Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an E50, it's a tier 9 German medium tank. It's located on the South Spawn of Mines and it's under the command of Awppenheimer. Game started. Well, the E50, it's the Entwicklung series tank, the medium tank, supposed to replace the Panther. And it does look a lot like a Panther, but it was supposed to be easier to build. And well, as you can see, it's got side skirts, and Awppenheimer's sporting the 105mm gun with 390 Alpha. Okay, he's making his way up to the south approach to the hill, and there's a standard beat. Tries for a shot and bounces the one that comes back. There's no Arty in this game. Oh, unfortunately, that round actually came from one of our own teammates, who just fired 480 hit points into our rear, and we bounced around from that object 430 over there. One into his lower plate for 422. Oh, he gets one back into us for 365. Not sure where it went. Oh, gun mantlet. He's appeared again, and no, we didn't get through that time. Neither did he. Now we're just working this corner. Pershing, trying to go for the top of the turret for the cupola. We're being shoved from behind, and it's a defender on our own team trying to shove us out the way, and we took her around from the object 430 because he was trying to shove us. We give him a bit of a nudge back, bounce another round from the 430. Awppenheimer's not happy about that, and I wouldn't be happy about it either. But can't take any action, because if you do, it's only going to cause trouble. Oh! Well, Patriot went down. Okay, we've got Type 4. Gets a round through the flat surface, but he took an HE round in return. Defender's trying to nudge us back, give him more space. Got a 257 up at the gap. Oh, no, we hit the defender in the rear, and that could affect us getting a high caliber. I've actually noticed that even though they turn team damage off, if you fire a round directly into one of your own teammates, you lose the high caliber. You don't get it. That has actually happened to some Arty players. Oh, defender's taking damage. Going for that Type 4 again. Didn't get it through. Okay, this area is getting a bit crowded now. The T-34 is pushing the defender towards the enemy. Can we get that 257? Yes! And we bounced the round that he fired back at us. Very nice. So that Type 4 pulls back. Nobody at the gap. Type 4, 257 takes another round from us. 372. We're now up to 2.3k of damage. And I think Awppenheimer's noticing, if you look at the minimap, you can see they not only hold control of the hill, but they do have some tanks coming down the east side. And we just stuck around from that 257, one right through the turret. Yeah, I think Awppenheimer's decided he needs to get around the other side. And I think the Emil 2 said the same, or thinking the same. He's joining us. Right, there's a standard B up on top of the hill, and there's a link 6x6 somewhere over to our right. If the standard B pokes his nose over, yes, we get around into him. High roll, 398. Unfortunately, we lost the AMX M451, and we're trying to pull back, and the Emil 2 behind us is actually holding us back. He's blocking our path. We need to pull back because that Emil 2 on the enemy team's coming this way. Here he comes. We put a round into him. And the Emil 2 on our own team fires at us and then takes out the Emil 2 on the enemy team. So not very friendly on this team. I think that Emil 2's guaranteed he's not going to get the high caliber. Well, we're down to 238 hit points out of 1,750. The enemy's got a T-50 on the South Island and a Ferdinand somewhere in the gap on the west side of the map. I don't think the Skoda has much in the way of hit points, and there's the 430, and he's over the other side of that ridgeline, so we can't hit him unless he comes out from behind that rock, and he just took out the T-34. No, it's the Skoda took out the T-34, shooting from the South Island. Now, we haven't got great gun depression on this tank, only 8 degrees, so it's probably better to let that Emil 2 take the shot, because he's got much better gun depression than we've got. So, and of course he's got an angled turret. So we're just going to wait here for the moment. You can see where the rounds bounced off, that's the green marks. And of course you can see the 1 mark of excellence on the barrel of Awppenheimer's gun. Now the linked 6x6 that was seen over on the east side of the map, it's now gone over to near the water. He's trying to make his way up, and there's a black dog up on top of the hill. We've got a Centurion up by the castle gates. If that black dog goes to that gap to try and get shots on the Centurion, we might be able to get a shot into him like we did to the Standard B. Awppenheimer's taking up a nice little position here, tempting the black dog to come out. That guy is still 100% health. And of course, whilst we're proximity spotting him, if he tries to go to the south to shoot at our tank destroyer friends, he's also going to be lit up, so they should be able to get a shot back at him. He keeps moving towards that gap as if he's going to do a shot, but then changing his mind. Oh, Scorpion G. Side scraping out. Can we get a shot into the engine bay? Yes! 418. It's a high roll. Oh, we took a round from the black dog. He poked over the edge when we were forward, and it was a heat round. Now, can we get another shot? Tempting that black dog to come out. He doesn't want to. He's going to south to try and shoot at our teammates on the south side of the map. Right, that Object 257 we saw around the other side, he's come around this side now. Okay, we might be able to get a shot into him. If he pokes his nose out far enough forward. Oh, no, that got the tracks. And we lost the Centurion 7-1. Okay, we just need that 257 to poke his nose out just far enough for us to get around into it. Yes! It's a low roll, 368, but it helps. And it looks like the black dog is trying to lean over the edge to get us. If he's not careful, he'll fall over that ledge. It's very easy to do that. I've done it myself. Just sitting here for the moment. Pulling back. Oh, he's done it! The black dog just fell over the edge of the cliff and he's crashed into the ground. So it's now 2 versus 3 instead of 2 versus 4. And we bounced around off the 257, but we can now pull out because the black dog's not above us. In fact, there isn't anybody on top of the hill as far as I know. Maybe the Object 430. The 257 pokes round. Yes, got him! So we just got this Object 430 above us, and he's coming down. Oh, and he's killed himself! So he did exactly the same as the black dog. He overcompensated. I think he tried a crushing kill, but of course it just didn't work. Awppenheimer's not going to fall for something like that. And now we've just got the Ferdinand. Oh, and that's a kill. That wins the game. Nicely done. With only 13 hit points left at the end of the game. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It's the first gas tanker for Awppenheimer in the E50. He managed to get a fire for effect, a shell proof, a hand of God, and a bruiser medal out of the minor medals. He did pick up his second mark of excellence during that game, and he also managed to get a Spartan medal for bouncing around when he had less than 10% of his hit points left, a shell proof for blocking them, a steel wall rather, for blocking the most damage during that game, at least 11 shots, over 1,000 hit points in total, and a Confederate because he hit more of the enemy than anyone else on his team, and he also managed to get 5,746 on the Win 8, which is Super Unicum standard. So let's have a look at the team score. Well, he's at the top of the table, 4,843 hit points, but yeah, as I hinted at during the game, he did shoot around into one of his teammates, and that cost him a high caliber, because he would have got the high caliber otherwise, because he did have the highest damage in that game. And yeah, so highest damage, the standard B on the enemy team got 4,074, and the next high score after that was the Wizzy 1201 FT, who got 3,453. When it came to kills though, it was actually the Ferdinand on the enemy team who got 4 kills. The Lynx 6x6 got 3, so did the Centurion 7-1, and I'm afraid Oppenheimer only managed to get 2 kills, but they were relevant ones. The Ferdinand at the end, and of course the 257. He managed to get 1,226 base experience points, 930 went to the Centurion 7-1, and 928 went to the Wizzy 1201 FT. He fired 21 rounds, got 19 direct hits and 13 penetrations, pretty good accuracy. Damage of 4,843 hit points, of which 363 were at more than 300 meters. He received 15 hits from the enemy. 4 of them were penetration, 10 non-penetration, goes to show how good the armor on this tank is, and 1 hit as a result of splash damage. That was actually, I believe, from his teammate shooting into his rear with an HE round. 3,970 hit points blocked, that's a huge amount. And he damaged 9 of the enemy, killed 2 of them, and did 734 hit points of damage assist. On a premium count, he earned 74,552 credits, but after repair, ammunition, resupply and consumables, he actually took away a loss of 35,518 credits. And the reason for that was, well, yeah, he did have to use a fair bit of premium ammo, including that last round that took out the Ferdinand. That was a premium round right through his front plate. 2 bonds for getting the Confederate and the steel wall, and 1,839 XP. There was no multiplier, so that's all the experience points he took away. But a very good round. He got his second mark, and he got the Spartan, the Steel Wall, and the Confederate. But I think there is a lesson here. Even though Wargaming have turned off the team damage, it really does help if you don't shoot at your own teammates, even out of a fit of pique or anger that somebody shot you, or they did something to annoy you, or do something that disturbed your game. Even if they fired at you first, please don't fire back at them, because if you do, you miss out on a high caliber medal. I'm sure Oppenheimer would have had a high caliber on this game as well, if only he hadn't shot that defender in the rear. But yep, I'm sure he'll take that away, and he will take that on board. So yep, just hold on to the shell, don't fire it at them. If they want to make a fool of themselves, you know, it'll show up in the replays, and of course you'll be the better man for it, because you'll pick up extra awards at the end of the games because you didn't shoot at your own teammates. So thanks. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this a like, do subscribe to our channel and hit that notification button, and thank you for watching.